Here at Kids Feeding Team, we offer two main feeding assessments. This is either a dietetic assessment with one of our specialist dietitians or a multidisciplinary feeding assessment that would be carried out by our specialist dietetic team, but you may also see a speech and language therapist or an occupational therapist. Which assessment is most appropriate for you and your family would be advised to you at the time of inquiry. If a dietetic assessment is advised, it would consist of the following approach. You would attend clinic, your child would have their weight and height done. The weight and height would then be plotted on gender and age appropriate growth charts. We always ask you to bring your red book along to clinic because it's a really helpful resource in showing us your child's growth history and where they are today. It is really important that we then focus in on your child's current feeding patterns. So depending on the age of your baby or child, we would go through a detailed 24-hour history. So during this, for example, if it's a baby, we would look at your child's feeding pattern, how much milk they're having throughout the day, the frequency that they're feeding. If they're at the age where they have commenced weaning, we would look at how often they're having a weaning diet, the consistency of this, and is it providing the nutrients required for the child at this point in their growth. If it is in an older child, for example, we still look at the frequency of the child's meals and what these are made up of. We look at the nutritional adequacy of your child's diet and ensure that there is no nutrients lacking. If we felt that a supplement was indicated or required, we would request a prescription for this from your GP. The second type of assessments we do are multidisciplinary feeding assessments. During these, you would see a specialist dietitian, but also the children that tend to require these assessments also have an underlying diagnosis. The diagnosis may have impacted on the child's swallow safety, so if there was concern regarding this, you may have an assessment with one of our specialist speech and language therapists. Or for example, if the child's fine motor skills were affected, you may have assessment with our occupational therapist so that we can have a holistic approach to your child's nutrition. Which nutrition plan or treatment plan is most appropriate for you and your family will be discussed with you, and all your options will be given so that you, the family, are making an informed choice and deciding the best path forward for you and your child to ensure that all those growth milestones are met and that your child has a healthy relationship with food and grows into being a healthy adult. We always ensure that all advice is evidence-based and individualised for your individual child's needs.